What is up, guys? You're listening to the MF CEO Project. I'm Andy. I'm your host, and I am the motherfucking CEO. Guys, today is 100 more times. But the point of this podcast is this. Easy never pays well. Let me say that again. Easy never pays well. In today's day of entrepreneurship, we have all these young bucks, kids that are under the age of 27, okay? And entrepreneurship age and real age are two different things.
July 19th, no, July 20th, and I'm about to go get breakfast at the Egg and I and read my book. I'm off work today, so I'm going to just catch up on relaxing, training, making this video, and I have a client to train later and going to meet up with my mom also to show her our new house. Our house is still in the market, waiting for someone to put in an offer, so we're really excited. I didn't realize how hard it is to actually keep your house staged. You have to actually like clean and stuff. And so we've been like keeping up with the dishes, the floors, and then my dog is at my sister-in-law's house, Fred, and I miss him so much. I keep getting Snapchats from her, and I just miss him so much. And he's misbehaving, so I feel bad too. But you know, he's in like a new environment, and he already has like really bad anxiety. So he's just not comfortable where he's at. So I might go visit him after this weekend, because since it's the weekend, most people will probably be like trying to come see the house and everything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat and get my day started. So see ya. Amazing it was to just like sit at the restaurant, eat breakfast, read my book. I stayed there for like an hour and a half, and it was just nice to like have the morning for myself. And I kind of feel like some people don't give themselves time to themselves. Like they're just so focused on everybody else, trying to be like everybody else, or just giving their energy to everybody else. And I feel like you have to give yourself time to like really know what you want and be happy and just appreciate life in a different way. I don't know. But it was just really nice to sit there. And this is also kind of like the topic I want to talk about today. I know this isn't like a very pleasing background or anything like that, but just hear me out. So I just want to talk about second guessing yourself. And I've personally been doing this for a while now. I'm kind of going through this like mid-20s crisis where like I'm thinking about my job and different things that I'm doing and like what I really want to do. And I keep feeling like this energy pulling me one way, but then comfort pulling me another way. And reading the book Relentless still, which is what I read at the Egg and I, which is now called First Watch. But anyways, when I was reading the book Relentless from Tim Grover, it just made me realize what kind of person I am and what person I can be, and just going with that gut feeling of knowing what you should be doing and what is drawing your energy and just like pulling you that direction. And I feel like that has to do with, even if it's not like business, it's just something simple, but you like, I guess you second guess yourself in all these like little small tasks. So I feel like second guessing yourself even in the small task, you start to get comfort and you feel that you're not worthy of doing those things, that you just start settling for where you're at and what you're doing, and you never want to get out of that shell and just do more. And it has to do with even just going to the gym. Lately I've been just really trying to be in tune with me, do what works for me. It's kind of like when you know you should be eating healthy, so you go to the grocery store, you buy like fruits and vegetables that you normally don't eat, but you're like, okay, I'm buying fruits and vegetables, I need to eat it. And then a week goes by and that fruit and vegetables are like sitting in your fridge and you haven't even touched it. You're buying it because you know you should be eating it, but you don't really want it. You haven't built that habit of like eating it yet, and you know, putting it part of like your nutrition plan. So it's kind of like, okay, well, what if I eat, bananas, grapes, and strawberries, but I don't eat blueberries and apples, but I keep buying those blueberries and apples and it just sits in the fridge, and why am I buying it? Like, don't buy things that you don't really need. Don't do things because it's the right thing to do. Do what works for you. And so it's the same thing of like, when you know you should be going to the gym, but you don't. Or when you know you should be eating something and the whole time you're thinking, I shouldn't be doing this right now, but I am. And you shouldn't really like necessarily feel guilty of doing it. It's just, you know, you're fighting yourself in your own head, like thinking, well, I should be doing this, but I'm doing this instead. And then you get mad about it, but it's like, you're only getting mad at yourself. It's kind of like the devil on the shoulder and the angel on the shoulder. Like, you're fighting yourself. So why don't you change that thought process mentally and like build the new habits and do what makes you feel good, not just settle with, well, I'm not deserving of changing my nutrition plan, or I'm so used to settling for what I've been doing, so you're just gonna continue doing it. Like, build the new habits and just do it, you know what I mean? So don't buy the things that you know you're not gonna use, buy the things you know you will use. Same thing with if you get home from work. This is kind of a personal experience. So lately I've been kind of, not necessarily lazy, but just getting comfortable in a routine. Like, you know, it's after my competitions and I'm not really doing any competitions the rest of this year. So I've kind of like settled in like a comfort stage. I'm still like working out, eating the best I can, but at the same time I'm like eating out a lot, drinking more, and totally comfortable with the lifestyle and just finding that balance. But there's days where I get off work and I go home and I sit down. And when I sit down, I'm like, okay. So I start like second guessing myself and playing this like excuse game with myself. Like, well, I'm sitting here now. It feels really good. I am kind of tired, so maybe I won't go to the gym. Yeah, I have a lot to do at home, so I think I'll just do that and I'll go to the gym. Well, then I start doing those tasks at home and I'm just kind of like playing on my phone. I'm not really like being, I guess, I'm not really like doing anything that's really benefiting me. And at the end of the day, I'm like, well, man, I should have gone to the gym. So find a way that fixes that and helps you. So what I've started to do is this week, it's now Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. So like this week and the end of last week, I started bringing food at work that I could eat on the way home. So what I do is I get off work, I eat my food on the way home, and it's an hour drive. So I eat my food, get home, don't even sit down. I just like straight up change into my workout clothes, and go straight to the gym. So there's no excuses, there's no time to second guess. You're not giving yourself that thought of, okay, well, if I sit down, and then when you sit down, you start second guessing and starting to think, okay, well, now I'm comfortable, so you don't make excuses. If you keep going towards your goals, it motivates you even more to say, hey, I can do this. And you just create a plan that's for you. Like, keep it simple. So many people try and follow everybody else, and you don't have to do that. If you're making excuses because you don't want to work out after work, then get yourself up early and go to the gym. I personally can't do that. So what works for me is I eat my food, get home, go straight to the gym. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that a little bit, and I hope that brings some insight. You don't have to like do things because you feel like it's right. Do things that work for you and make yourself accountable, and don't rely on everybody else making you feel like you should be a certain way, that you should feel guilty in the things that you do in your actions every day. Like, if you're fighting something with yourself, you should fix that. No one else can fix it. No motivational quote or inspirational like Instagram post can do that. You just need to know that it feels better to do the right thing and keep moving forward than to keep settling in the comfort of doing the wrong thing and just thinking you're not deserving of it, because you're just fighting that devil on your shoulder telling you to like stay where you're at and not change. So stay consistent, keep doing it, and keep working at it, and I promise you'll see the results. And it's not just physical results, I'm more talking about mental results. I think it's crazy how my life has changed so much, and I have a long ways to go. I'm not like anywhere where I need to be, but to allow myself time to think of what I want, think of what I know is right, learning from like mistakes, whether they're small or big, and just getting the right mindset, and building those habits that bring more positivity and lets you know that you're capable of anything, and you shouldn't make any excuses for yourself. So be confident in what you're doing. Yeah, it's okay sometimes to like miss a gym workout, but if you keep building those habits of negativity, you continue to fall in that negative path, versus building the habits of positivity and working towards goals, that it just becomes more natural and burns that, you get that like fire underneath your ass to like keep moving forward. So once you start getting to that point, you're almost like maintaining some of those things, and the rest, then you start focusing on working on even more tasks that you feel like you need to do to get more successful, whether it's in work, health life, like whatever it is, a relationship. So I hope this, like I said, brings some insight. I was just thinking about it after reading the book Relentless and kind of reflecting on my own life and excuses that I've personally been making. And there's a lot of changes that I want to do in the next 6 months. And it's one of those like waiting games that I don't want to talk about out loud, because I feel like I need to be in action of doing those things before speaking about it. And I don't know, I just want to like wait till things play out and do what I know I need to do. So changes don't have to happen right away, you know, like you can prepare and plan for those things, build the person you want to be, because sometimes that confidence will get you where you need to be. And being in the right place and just having like a strong head on your shoulders will let you succeed. And so I feel like there's some things I still need to work out, and I'm kind of like I said, in that midlife, like 20s crisis, where I'm like playing this balancing act of like figuring out what I want to do and how I want to go about doing it. And once I have a clear vision and just telling myself like I can do it, now I'm waiting for those steps to be taken so that I can follow through and execute. So you don't have to like necessarily make changes right away. It's just knowing to plan ahead, execute it the right way, and being smart about it, because you're an adult. You have to be responsible and like do things the right way. So I'm gonna stop rambling and going on, because you guys know, if you've watched all my videos, I like to ramble, but it's nice to like get my thoughts out. And if you're listening and you take away from it, that's awesome. That's what I want to do, but it also just helps me like get my thoughts out loud and not really necessarily needing the feedback from anybody else. But at the same time, it is nice. I don't know. So I would love if you'd comment below. Let me know what kind of like life experiences you might be going through. Comment and like give me feedback on what I'm kind of explaining, or if you agree, disagree. I'm not like one-sided. I like to be open-minded. So just let me know your thoughts. I would love to interact with you guys. And thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.